Welcome here to the Inspire channel on YouTube. Today is a very special day because we have our very first UC group call. We're excited to have you. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. And so you guys kind of get to see how we do it, how we communicate, and how we, how this all works. And yeah, it's really good to have you all. Now, just for a quick introduction, Christine and I have been communicating with higher consciousness, or what we call EUCY. That's the name they gave us, and it's Eternal Universal Consciousness Y. And they said they will reveal the Y part later.
Yeah.
And it's been a very interesting journey. We've been talking with them, communicating with them almost daily for going on 10 years. And it's been super interesting. We even wrote a book that's for right now only available in German, but their guidance has been so helpful in our lives, and they guided us more and more to open up this communication to more people. It started with just friends and family who wanted to ask questions, and then it naturally expanded to people that kind of found us by intuition. And now we were guided to expand it to the internet and invite more people in. So we're really happy you guys are here. And I'm just going to relax, take a few breaths, and allow for UC to come through. All right. And Christine's going to take the whole conversation from here.
Yeah, I will.
We're really excited to be here.
Oh, we are excited that you're here with us today. It's our first open public session. That's really exciting.
It is, and we have been just as excited as you to come through this new forum, through this new communication with more and more people. And we're excited to talk to you all, and we're excited to allow for this circle to become bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh, so are we. We have Josh here, and Josh, I think, has a few questions for you.
Josh, we are excited that you're here, and we invite you, what we call the center. So please go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm happy to be here, first off. Really excited I could be number one. Didn't expect that. So there's that. I guess my first question would be, where should I focus my energy on right now?
So the easy answer is focus on what makes you feel best. And then we could say this conversation is over. But you're not going to be satisfied with just focus on what feels best. However, that is the essence of what we would tell you. Naturally, as you are finding yourself in a phase of seeking and allowing for new ideas to come through and allowing for new paths to show themselves, as you are allowing for new sparks in your life and more excitement and more joy. And that is the place where your question is truly coming from how can I express myself clearer? How can I find the greatest alignment? So we will ask you to give us a little more about where you stand and what your true desires are.
Well, my true desire is to be traveling the world freely and not so much held down by anything. And pretty much just sleep in and travel the world, I would say, would be my true desires.
So when you say sleep in and travel the world, then we say you're eager for comfort, you're eager for relaxation, and you're also eager for adventures. Now, how does this feel for you? How does it feel for you to see yourself traveling, to see yourself with bags, to see yourself on a plane, to see yourself in hotel rooms, to see yourself on the beach, to see yourself visiting different countries and different cultures, and to see yourself experiencing different tastes and different smells and different people, conversations. How does it feel to think about that?
Feels liberating to feel like that and think about it. It feels more, I would say, freeing as well, not being stuck to one place for so long.
Now it becomes interesting. Now you brought up the word stuck. When you feel like you are stuck, then it is just a sign that what your desire is and where you stand in relation to your desire, it is not aligned yet. So that is why we started the conversation with what makes you feel best. And that truly is what you should focus on. So when it is your vision, your desire to travel the world, then it starts within you. That is where the desire started. That's where it came through. That's where Source gave you that desire. So when you focus on the feeling, and when you allow yourself to start really general without going into any specifics, without asking yourself, how are you going to do that? How are you going to pay for it? How is it all going to show up? Because those things really, truly are none of your business. And you might have heard this before, but they truly are none of your business. You do not have to figure that out. What is your job? And when we say job, we mean your loving task, your feel-good job for every day is to find yourself dreaming, find yourself expanding that feeling of joy that you have when you think from your travel experience. And we say from, not of, because it is a different vibration. When you think of or about something, then you are here and your experience is there and you are disconnected from it. However, when you think from something, you put yourself in the vibration of the traveler. You can call yourself a traveler, and as long as you feel comfortable with that, call yourself a traveler for you. You don't have to give yourself this title, but we would say, call yourself a traveler, call yourself a world traveler, and call yourself a experienced world traveler, call yourself an expert world traveler, and get into the vibration of how does it feel? How does it feel to be an expert world traveler? How does it feel to have multiple stamps in your passport? How does it feel to taste the foods from countries that are far away? How does it feel to smell the air from the ocean that is far away? How does it feel to be in that experience right now? And that is where you find alignment. That is where you, as the more time you spend on focusing on those feelings, the clearer your alignment gets, the clearer your vision gets. And when you are in that vision, then the components have to show up. They naturally have to show up because law of attraction is active at all times. So when you ask, what should I focus on, is on feeling like an expert world traveler. How does that feel?
Feels like I'm not worried if there's like delays or obstructions. I'm like, okay, I mean, it's happened before in the past, so I'm just used to it. So then I'll just check into a hotel or just sit around in the lobby and wait for them to let me know when the next plane's gonna take off to my next destination, or just get some sleep in, maybe time it so that way I can get some more Z's in before my flight takes off again.
So you are truly in the experience, and how much time are you giving yourself for that? How much time are you allowing yourself for to have for daydreaming, to have for expanding that vision, to even creating a plan for it? Because when you're in that feeling of alignment, when you're so excited because you are in the vision of traveling, then you can go and make those plans and look up those flights and find those hotels and see what the best restaurants are and see what kind of things you would like to see. We would encourage you to start very general, start with the feeling of being a world traveler, feel and think from that, and then go more and more and more specific as it feels good to you. And when you feel a feeling of unease or resistance coming up, go more broad again, go more broad again, go more broad again. Now, there's a reason that that particular desire is within you. And when you allow yourself to feel that desire judgment free, and when you allow yourself to realize that that desire is there for a reason, when we say that, we mean that when you have a desire in your heart, then it means that your inner being has already experienced that desire, which means the higher you has already experienced that desire. Now you have the wish for your physical, present human self to have that desire. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
So that is where your desire comes from. Whenever you have a really strong desire in your heart, it means that your inner being has already experienced it. Otherwise, you couldn't have the dream and vision of it.
Okay.
Is there clarity for you here?
Yes, there is clarity for me here.
Do you have another question?
I guess my next question it would be how to get more in alignment, since I started listening to certain frequencies that should help me with my abundance mindset. Started writing down things to be grateful for. Started meditating more, but I feel like there's something missing still. Like there's some kind of disconnect.
We understand, and we would like for you to give yourself a little break. We would like for you to give yourself a little credit. We would like for you to give yourself more love. We would like for you to give yourself a good time, to allow yourself to be who you really are, and to remove the shoulds, because all the shoulds are what are causing a feeling of stuckness, a feeling of resistance, a feeling of uneasiness, anxiety, because there's nothing that you should. You really shouldn't do anything. What it is allowing for the things that truly feel good to come through you, really through you, to allow those inspired ideas to come through. And then you will find yourself not practicing or exercising or reminding yourself to do an exercise and reminding yourself to do affirmations. You will find yourself so inspired that those thoughts will naturally come to you. So, to shift, to find more alignment, is to love yourself a little more, is to close your eyes and give yourself a hug. really truly envision yourself given a hug, knowing that you are complete as you are. You are whole and complete as you are. And when you can internalize that, when you can feel that with your heart, then all those inspired actions and ideas and all of that starts to come in naturally. And then it is not a practice, it is something that you look forward to. And we would say that as long as there is resistance, as long as you feel like you should do something, let yourself off the hook. Allow yourself to breathe. It is okay. You're whole. You are complete. You always have been. You always have been complete. You always have been whole. The more you allow yourself to feel this within you, the more you will project and externalize that frequency, which means that what you are seeking, what you are wanting, what you're desiring is to experience the wholeness in your external world just as much as in your internal world. Now, we are saying that it starts within you. When you see yourself whole, complete, perfect, as you are, then that is the vibration and the frequency that you send out. So, in other words, what is inside of you has to, by law, by the laws of the universe, externalize in your experience. So when you experience yourself to be whole, and if your desire is to be an expert world traveler, and you are whole as an expert world traveler, then this manifestation has to materialize for you. There is no other way. It has been like that from the beginning. The laws are always active. They're absolute. They do not discriminate. How do you feel about loving yourself unconditionally?
Well, I don't know, to be honest, because there's been some experiences where I've been really happy, where I didn't care, and stuff just happened that I think would happen at those points. But there's other times where, like, I haven't felt it, and I guess that's where this leads me to here right now.
Do you feel love inside of you?
Yes,
Are you, can you say, can you look into the mirror and say, I love you?
yes,
Good. That is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. Now, we encourage you to practice unconditional love for yourself and unconditional love for everyone around you, because that is the vibration you put yourself in, and that is the vibration of not least resistance, that is the vibration of no resistance. When you have unconditional love, then you are acknowledging that all the experiences are exactly how they need to be for you at this moment in time. Does that make sense for you?
yes, it does.
Do you feel more clarity coming in for you?
Yes, I do.
We can feel it too. Is there anything else that you would like to ask?
I mean, I guess my last question would be what everyone always asks for, money. I guess, do I have anything else? Well, just say, is there anything else that I need to be made aware of when it comes to me in regards to money coming into me?
Because of the vibration that you have, because of your very particular frequency, we would suggest the following. We would like to take you, you see, we're where we are, time and space are truly non-existent, but where you are, we understand, acknowledge that time and space are components of your reality. So when you go back thousands of years, and even before that, there was no money, but there was always abundance. The universe and this planet have always been abundant. Now, when we say abundant, it means completely and utterly limitless abundance. Complete limitless abundance. That is the natural state of the universe. That is the natural state of the planet. That is the natural state of every being. So what that means is it was designed that way. It was designed in a way that abundance is always present. So today, fast forward to your experience in this physical reality, money is one form of abundance. Money is just one component of abundance. So, and because most humans really get caught up in the money stories and really get caught up in the ideas about money and in the beliefs about money and in the lack of it and in the wanting of it, we would encourage you to let money go for a little bit and focus on abundance. Focus on abundance of love. Focus on abundance of time. Focus on abundance of space. Focus on abundance of air. Focus on abundance of well-being. Focus on abundance of sky, on abundance of birds, on abundance of trees, on abundance of people, on abundance of houses, on all the abundance that is so readily available for you in this moment. And what that does is it naturally gets you in the vibration of abundance. Now, the more you practice this, the more you will live from the vibration of abundance. The more your mind will be aligned with abundance, the more your whole being will be aligned with abundance. And since money is a component of abundance and it cannot be any other way, money must find the way of the path of least resistance or even the path of no resistance to you, because when you are an abundant being and when you feel abundance with all of your being, then money must be a part of it as well. Does it make it easier?
Yes.
When you detach from coins and bills and credit cards and from bank accounts and checks and bills and stocks and funds and all of the different facets of the money game, then all of a sudden you're back in the abundance game. And the abundance game is complete. It is whole. It is all encompassing. And all of a sudden you will find yourself in such a enormous, wonderful, beautiful, great space of abundance that you will laugh at all the ways that money will find you. How does that feel?
Feels good.
Do you think it can feel even better?
Yes.
Expand it. Allow yourself to expand that feeling of abundance. Play the game. Observe. Really, we want you for this particular thing to really use your senses and allow yourself to even count. Allow yourself to count how much abundance there is around you. You will be so amazed. The more you practice this, the better you will feel, the more abundance you will see, the more you will become an active vibrator of abundance. Yes. Yes. Do you have another question?
What's the why in Lucy?
Yes.
Yes.
We didn't hear you. What was your question?
I said, what's the why in EUCY?
We believe that you have figured it out already.
Did I have already figured it out?
Yes.
Okay.
We will get to this part very soon.
Okay.
We want to thank you for your questions.
No problem. No, thank you.
The clarity that comes from asking those questions will be very beneficial to everyone who gets to listen to them and the answers. And we also want to tell you that if you didn't have the answers inside of you already, you could not ask the questions. We want you to remember that if you did not have the answers inside of you, you could not ask the questions. Do we have any more questions?
I think Kendra, if she wants to, I will ask her if she wants to ask a question.
I don't have a question. I'm just really resonating with what you've been saying, and not everything. Just to share a little bit, I spend a lot of my days in pain and try to not focus on that and try to focus on source and my inner being and the love that I have for myself. And just a quick example, this morning I looked out the window, and right at the moment that I was about to think the pain that I'm in, I saw a bird fly in the sky, and I saw through the trees, and right at that moment I felt an overwhelmed love, that was source saying, I'm here, I love you. And just feeling that helps me get through the day. And I know I'm going to be in pain, but I don't try to give much attention to it and try not to focus on it, and just focus on the love that I have for myself and that I feel. And a lot of times things will go my way. You know, a job opportunity came into my life. I made a plan yesterday, and everything executed just as I planned, just as I hoped that it would, and nothing bothered me. I just felt love all day long. And anyway, like I said, I don't have a question. I just really resonated with a lot of what you said, and I hope I'm not getting off track with anything.
Since there is no projected track, we are in perfect alignment here. We would like to ask you a question, if you would allow us.
Okay. Okay.
Are there moments that when you do not experience pain?
I'm sure there are times in the night, but I wake up often in the night in pain.
We have in previous conversations with similar patterns found that there is a what we would like to tell you is there is a vibration that you can find your path into that does not include pain. If you can just accept that there is such a thing, you have taken a very important step, because there is a perfect vibrational version of you that lives completely free of pain in a joyful, comfortable, healthy, wonderful way. There are infinite possibilities, and what we mean by that is there are infinite realities. Now, when people are wanting to manifest something, the linear belief that comes from being a human being, that comes from being in the physical experiences, here I am having a desire, here I am aligning with the vibration of it, and it is created because I had the thought and I had the feeling, and so it is created. Now I am aligning with it so it can come into my physical reality. And while that is a quite simple and even accurate way, we want to give you we want to go a little deeper, because for you, this going a little deeper can make all the difference. So what happens is, every time that you have a thought that has emotion to it, when you have an emotion, when you think with feeling, you are creating. Every time, every thought is a creation. Now, you cannot always see that creation because it is not materializing in your physical reality, but it is materializing in one of the infinite physical realities that are within the infinite dimensions. And that is as deep as we will go, because it is not something that we want anyone to pay a lot of attention to. But here's what we want you to know. There is a physical reality of you that lives exactly in the way that you desire to live. And rather than trying to figure out all the single steps of how to make anything happen, we would suggest and lovingly suggest that you align with that physical version of you that is living the life that you desire. And to do only that, to find a space in meditation, to find a space in quietness or in nature where you can just focus a little bit on that reality, because it is present and it is available to you.
Okay.
Do you feel any resistance when you hear that?
No. And while you're saying that, I do feel the lack of pain while I am meditating. I didn't think about that, but sometimes it's hard to get into that meditative state where there's just so much going on, or you know, my mind wanders. But yes, just for a moment I can be there, and it's a really nice feeling.
And experience the well-being that is so natural for your inner being. You see, your inner being, your higher self, is perfect well-being, and it is truly desiring to express that through your physical body as well. So while every human being experiences the distractions and the chatter in the mind and the thoughts that keep coming during meditation, we would like to encourage you, since you have been practicing it, since it isn't new to you, to allow yourself to just be a little longer, because those thoughts, if you just allow, they will start to become less and less loud, less and less visible, feelable to you, and those thoughts will be replaced by a stronger and stronger sense of well-being and the presence of source within you. And when you find that presence of source within you in meditation, you don't just find well-being in the moment, you find guidance beyond your meditation. You find more clarity. You find more aligned, inspired action. And you find more physical well-being. We would like to encourage you to not get impatient with yourself when those thoughts keep coming. To not judge yourself when the thoughts keep coming. Because your experience is and can shift so quickly when you just allow yourself to give it maybe just 5 minutes longer, give it maybe just 7 minutes longer, and just focus on your breath, focus on a sound, focus on anything that allows you to become still in the moment.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're so very welcome. Is there anything else that we can help you with?
No, I didn't come prepared with the question. I just immediately saw and got busy with the day and was excited to be a part of this.
So are we. We're very excited for you to be a part of this.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to ask a question?
No. Would you like to say a few final words?
We would like to say to everyone who is listening, whether it is now or whether it is later, to breathe a little more, to breathe a little deeper, to take it easy, to allow a little more, and to be an experiencer of the present moment, to allow yourself to experience the moment that you are in. And you only become aware of the present moment when you are reminded that there is such a thing, when you are not planning your next moment or the next hour or even planning the next day or preparing to get somewhere else. It might sound like it is the opposite, but you can never get there if you're not here. There is no finite there. There is always another there. There is always another desire, but you cannot get to the physical experience of your desire if you are not here now. And the more you practice this, the more sense it will make. The more meaning you will find in the present moment and realize that even the minutest detail of the present moment, and it only appears to you to be so small, but even the smallest detail of the present moment has the grandest significance in the bigger scheme of things. So what that means is that the smallest thing that you do and think and feel and experience in this moment is just as important as the huge, big, important step that you are preparing for so eagerly. Oh, we are so looking forward to this journey with you, where we expand from the present moment into such grandness and excitement and joy and abundance and love and health and well-being and beauty. It is wonderful to be with you. And so,
It is.
and so,
It is.
and so,
It is. Thank you so much.
good to be back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us today.
No problem.
Thank you.
A lot of people signed up for today, so we're going to just, as we said, we're going to put this on YouTube for all of you who are watching this on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. And there will be more opportunities to talk to EUCY. This is becoming an open discussion, and we'll put some links in the description. We will do more group calls, and we will soon announce in what way we're going to do that. we're planning on doing weekly group calls
Yes.
that people can join, and we're also now doing interactive, so video one-on-one sessions, and that's going to be announced very soon, and we're going to put the links in the description. And so for our YouTube audience, thanks so much for being with us today, and you're on the Inspired channel here. Thank you, and we love you guys.
Have a blessed rest of the day.